you're going to work in Australia, you would need what they call tax file number. Short word for it is TFN. TFN is a digital number that Australian Taxation Office would give someone that is planning to work in Australia. So if you're coming to Australia as a skilled worker or even student, as long as you're going to work here, you will need a TFN. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys step-by-step process on how you can get your TFN number. So if this is the kind of content you want to watch, kindly watch till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell so anytime I post new video, you'll be the first to be notified. And please always like my video. It helps YouTube to push it to a wider audience that will need this information. And don't forget to share the video as well. Before we go ahead with the step-by-step process of getting this tax file number, I would want you to know one or two things with this process. Number one, the tax file number will be unique to you, and you only need to apply for this tax file number once in your lifetime. So it means that if you change jobs or you have more than one job, you're going to give your employer the same tax file number. If you don't have your tax file number, you would need to get one, because without it, you'll be paying high rate of tax in your job. And again, as long as you're working in Australia, you are mandated to pay tax. So in whichever way, you need a tax file number. So even if you don't have it, let's say you just came into Australia, you have 28 days to give your new employer or the organization where you're going to work your tax file number. The final thing I want to mention is that you need to have Australian bank account for you to be able to apply for this tax file number. Now that you have gotten information about TFN, let us go ahead and do the step-by-step process. You need to go to your Google and type in apply for a TFN. So when you do that, it will bring you here, Australian Taxation Office. Please, this is the right website to apply for your TFN. Don't go to any other one. Don't go to the people that will charge you. It is free of charge. So you click on it, okay? It will bring you here. So here you click on individual because you're an individual person applying for this. Then you will see apply for a TFN number. So before you can click on that, you need to know all the information here. So is it that you're an Australian resident, foreign passport holder, permanent migrant, temporal visitor? Then you can click on that, or you choose the one that if you're a skilled worker, a permanent resident, a student, then this foreign passport holder is what you're going to click on. So click on that. So once you do that, it will bring you to the next page and it will tell you who can apply for this. Then you have to read up as well. You see that they mentioned that it's free to apply for this. There are some people that will go to some websites, they will charge them $50 to $100 to help you get your tax file number. But if you follow this process, you're going to do it yourself and you will not pay anything. And to work in Australia, you will need authorization. That is a valid visa, because TFN is part of your work rights, okay? So you can apply for a TFN if you meet all the following conditions. So the following condition, one is you're a foreign passport holder, you're a permanent migrant or a temporal visitor. You are already in Australia. Your visa is one of the following. You have a visa with work rights, an overseas student visa, a permanent resident visa, a visa allowing you to stay in Australia indefinitely. So you have to meet any of these categories to apply for your TFN. So if you know you met any of this, then you click apply online. Before you start, you need to read all this, the same thing I have mentioned before. So if you know you are one of these people mentioned here, then you click start. So guys, now that you've started, you see all the process you're going to go through, from identification to tax file, address, contacts, and summary. If you did not put in the right information, you cannot go to the next one, okay? So make sure that the information you're going to put is the same thing with your international passport. So let us go there. So before you start, you know all this, all the information as it is. So number one is your passport or travel document. You're going to put your international passport. Next one is country of origin. So if you're holding a Nigerian passport, an Indian passport, you put it there. You find your country and put it there. There are drop boxes for you to find your country. Okay. The next question will be, have you ever visited Australia before? So if it's a yes for you, you say yes. If it's no, please indicate no. The next one would be your personal details. So if you're a miss, a Mrs., there's a drop box there to pick the one that suits you. Family name, please guys, put it according to how it is written in your passport. So your family name first, your first name, and your given name. Okay? So after that, the next question is, are you or have you been known by any other name? If you have been known by any other name, please say yes or no. Then next one is your date of birth. You put in your date of birth, gender, you can see whether you're a male, female. Do you have a spouse? What it means that, are you married? If you have a spouse, you say yes. If you say yes, it will bring out another column for you to fill up about your spouse. If you say no, it will take you to the next one. So it's going to bring you to the next page. That's the step 2. You have to fill your tax file details. So here it will ask you, have you ever applied for a tax file number? Yes or no. So you pick no because you're new to Australia. Have you ever had a tax file number? Yes or no. Have you ever lodged tax file return in Australia? Yes or no. Do you own a property or have business interest in Australia? Yes or no. So just put in all this that suits your circumstance, okay? But since you're new to Australia, all of them would be no. All right, so when you're done, it will take you to the next stage. The next stage is your address. So your address would be put here. You can just click this box, find the address of where you're living, then you click next. So when you're done putting your address, they will ask you to confirm if your residential address is the same as your postal address. Mostly in Australia is the same. So you click the drop box. If you do that, it will take you to the next level. So step 4 is your contact details. So here you put your mobile phone number, you put your email address. The last one is if you want someone to provide contact details on your behalf. What it means that if you can't speak English and you want maybe your agent or a translator to be the one to provide your contact details, then you can click that box. If not, you leave it and go to the next. The final one is the summary. This is the summary of all the things that you have imputed. Here is declaration. So you have to declare that all the information you put here is correct and you are the authorized person that made this declaration. So once you've done, all you need to do is click on this tick box here. Tick here too to show that you're not a robot. Then you submit your application. That is all that you need to do to submit your TFN application. So this is simple and easy and straightforward. So you can finally see how you can apply for your tax file number. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and if you do, you know what to do. Kindly share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Till I see you next time.